In lesson number 3, we are going to be adding the drawer and the knob to our drop leaf table. So first thing we want to do is get on the side view and go to the polyline and go ahead and start, and we want to start with the arc, and we're going to come down, not a full quarter circle, and then go ahead and click below and to the left if you're in this view. And then we're going to go ahead with the same arc command and come up a little bit above. And then we'll go ahead and click and then hit the escape key. And then we'll go ahead to the draw command, go to the modeling command, and we're going to select Revolve. Select the item and press enter, and then simply go horizontally, and it'll do a 360-degree knob, and then go ahead and look at it. Now we can go ahead and move this over, and the easy way to do it is to create a template where we put this on the front of the drawer, and you can go ahead and move the knob, and the best way to do it is just try to get to the center and come across, and we should go to the midpoint. And then you want to inspect it in the 3D view, and you'll probably need to also adjust the shading, and we can see that this needs to be moved, and I can probably do this in the 3D view. Select the knob, press enter, and then move it straight out on that axis. And that's a simple way to build a knob. And obviously you want to inspect this as you go along. So let's go back to the 2D view in the black and white, and we're going to go ahead and build the drawer. Now if you have difficulty, sometimes you might need to select the underside of the drawer to make this work on the bottom view. And this doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm going to use that midpoint as a reference, and I'm going to mirror this drawer and on the vertical axis, and then I'm going to do the same on the top. I'll need to turn that O-snap off, otherwise it wants to snap to that intersection, and I can go in and clean this up. And then I'll go ahead and extrude the 3 drawer elements, the side and the back, and I'll press enter, and then we're going to go ahead and extrude this minus -4. So minus 4 inches, and press enter. And again, I want to go ahead and look at this. And then we can also go ahead and create the bottom of the drawer with that O-snap command back on, and then extrude that. And again, if you're having problems, you might want to go in the bottom view if you're selecting the table and not the bottom. And we'll go ahead and extrude this 1/2 inch. Now I'm going to have to move this, and you can create layers. We will be creating layers if you're having difficulty seeing it and moving the drawer to its own layer. But in this case, I can pretty easily see what's going on here. So I'm just going to drag it straight down on the wireframe mode. Now let's go ahead and get in our 2D view, and we've got these layers. Let's create another layer, and I'm going to call this drawer, and select OK. And then I'm going to select the drawer items. So it's going to be the knob, the front, the sides, the back, and the bottom. And then simply find that layer and drop it on the layer. And I can always turn that off to inspect to make sure everything's on that layer. In this case, it looks like I did a pretty good job. So again, you want to inspect it as you go along. It's very important because once you take this into the animation software, if it's not on a separate layer, it will not select the drawer item. Let's turn it back on. And we've created the drawer with a knob.